one chat, but that was only my wife that was in that chat. So it didn't work out for me. If I'd have had other people around at the time, maybe. Let me move this camera up here. See, look at these beautiful signs my wife made. She wrote money. Look at this, stars. She made nice bells. This is my notification. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's okay. No, that's okay. This was my notification, and then this one is about my new video tonight, and then this one is about subscribe. I don't know if I got my camera angle right or not, but yeah, I think it could be lower. I can't tell. Anyway, I'm not gonna worry about that. So, yeah, I just want to get that girl. Damn, I can't get this thing right. I just want to get that girl a heads up. You don't have to necessarily have to have 1,000 subscribers to make money. I'm really not trying to make no money right now anyway. I would like to have a subscription, but you know, with my situation, Social Security takes all my money when I make it. On my other job, every time I go over a certain amount, they take my money. And they don't realize it's expensive to live in San Francisco. Just my rent and the fact that I smoke cigarettes, it's cost over $1,000 a month, you know. And my Social Security is only, you know, a little less than 1,000 because baby mama gonna keep coming after me until I get in my age, unless I can stop them from messing with me. The judge told them leave me alone, and they still messing with me. They had to send me some money back. They still trying to take money. It's ridiculous. I'm going through all kind of stuff over here, but I ain't gonna complain because everybody goes through stuff, you know. But you know, my life, I just squeezed out a good life, and I saw some really good stuff this morning about cleansing yourself with beets and ginger, and you know, revitalizing yourself by meditating, and you know, your breathing practices have to be in line with your steps, and you go take walks. You get to be my age, you want to be at peace with yourself. You still want to try to, you know, be productive in some kind of way, even if it's just showing love to your family or your friends. I mean, like me, I had this hobby since 2000, I guess it was 11, and I don't know if I get credit for that first channel I did because I only had like about 50 subscribers, but after I stopped with that one, I came back in 2014, you know, you gotta realize that's like 10 years ago, and this third time I'm back. And I'm doing so much better, and I just want to thank you guys for liking my stuff, sharing my stuff, subscribing, reaching out to me. And I'm gonna promise you, when I go over 1,000, I'm not gonna be like some people, you know, they turn their back on the little guys like they were at one time. Just start talking like, you know, like they got the big head, you know. And I got friends that you know, started out with 500, and now I'm embarrassed to even give them a shout out because they got so much love from their other subscribers and everything, and they just big to even respond to me no more. So I'm kind of, you know, disappointed in them because they started out like regular people like me, and then the next thing you know, they superstars, so they don't have time for you no more. You know, no advice, no hello, no nothing, you know. And I can't blame them too much because once you get, you know, 1,000 subscribers, you have all these comments coming in at the same time. And you can't always pick out your favorites, you know. But I'm not going to be sour. I'm not going to have sour grapes on them. I'm not going to drop them, you know, not subscribe to them just because they, you know, starting to feel themselves. People entitled to feel themselves sometime, I guess, you know. If you don't feel yourself, who else gonna feel you, you know? So I kind of understand, but, you know, there's one question one of my dearest friends, I won't mention any names, posed to me. He said, what would you be like if you got to be rich and you had all your dreams fulfilled? You know, what would change about you? And I thought about it for a little while, and I said I would probably be more at peace because the struggle would be over. I mean, my whole life I've just been trying to survive, and I'm still not doing as well as I could be, but that's because of the lack of opportunities that I didn't capitalize on. Because if you think about it, uh, even the bad things sometimes present themselves as an opportunity, but all money ain't good money. And if you think it is, you keep doing whatever you're doing and it ain't cool, it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. So I'm one of those type of dudes. I avoid trying to be wealthy for miscellaneous reasons. I don't want to go that route because I like having good vibes coming in, vibes going out of my life. I want to be prosperous, yes, but I don't sell my soul in the process. And some people, they don't care what they have to do to get that money. I had a friend of mine, he's gone on now, same age as me. And when we were younger, we used to hang out, go to nightclubs. I'm talking about in our 20s, right? Go out and party and all that. And he got into some nefarious activities. And yeah, he started blowing up and he started, buying nice cars and, living a lot, a couple of houses and had a big old house somewhere. He told me, I don't know if it's true, but, I just kept working and, I go to my National Guard meetings at the end of the month. I go to church and I was square, but some days I made the bills, some days I didn't make them. But for the most part, I just, stayed prayerful and stayed hopeful, stayed faithful. And every day I got up. I just thank God for what I had. I wasn't trying to have what everybody else had. I was happy for them. Don't get me wrong, because I've never been a hater. I always see another person's success as an opportunity to say, hey, if they successful, you can be successful. And I love seeing anybody, not just black folks, anybody prosper. But first and foremost, the people that I love that are close to me, I like to see them prosper. I'm not a hater, in other words, what I'm trying to say. And, because, I feel like if God will bless the person that's next to you, and you still in the room, he's still in the room, you might end up getting blessed too. So be happy for people who have things and don't begrudge them. Anyway, it's a sin. I think I heard somewhere in the Bible it says that you're not supposed to covet anything that your neighbor owns. And I'm not trying to give you no lecture or nothing like that, but I think if you start with being happy and being appreciative of the little things that you have, and the very next breath you take, you be happy with that and you be satisfied with that. And then you can branch out and the world is your oyster, But like I said the other day when I was on my live video feed, I believe in bringing something to the table. And I think everybody should try to do that. I mean, especially if you get to a point in life, like maybe say a Magic Johnson, where you got so much money, even if you live to be 100 old, you're not going to be able to spend all that money. And take that money and open up a chain of theaters and give some people some jobs and, do something for the city and all these other things. Like what Magic Johnson does. I heard he spent millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, you know, but on community things. It's not stuff he's trying to profit from. This is not Shark Tank level stuff. This is stuff he know he's spending money, he ain't getting it back, you know. And it's just help people, you know. And that type of spending, man, is a blessing, you know. I always heard that it's better to 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 give out your blessings now while you're down here, so you rise up above this terrestrial plane into the celestial plane, then you'll have some good vibes there waiting on you. You know, like your house will be built, not made with earthly hands, eternal in the heaven. That's what I heard. So, you know, and even in Egyptian times, they used to say, you know, when you're about to cross over, you know, and they weighed your life against that. They weighed your heart against that. I'm not too deep into it, but I'm just saying they weighed out what good you did uh, against this feather. And I think I forget what kind of bird it is, but your heart measured out, then you crossed over. And you went to whatever kind of heaven it was you supposed to go to. You know, just that's my interpretation of this life we have down here. It's good to have all the things that your heart desires, but it means nothing if you can't give it to somebody, if you can't share it with somebody, if somebody else can't benefit, also be happy with your blessings, you know. And I've never been a runner, so I'm not into trying to run no race to compete with you. If I was gonna be somebody, I'd probably be the tortoise, and let the hare just take off past me. Because I believe in slow and steady wins the race. And I was checking out another friend of mine's live stream the other day. I'm gonna give him a shout out. I know he's big now. He didn't forgot me. Uh, what's his name? Mr. Anthony My Time, I think, is his page. But he said, "You never too old." And I think he's been watching me because I believe sometimes people getting ideas off of me. I feel honored. I mean, I'm blessed. I feel good when I see other people, emulating some of the stuff that they see me doing, or they get an idea from me and then they'll run with it. I'm blessed. And if they make big money or 1,000 subscribers off of it, I'm happy with them. Because I know when the time comes, I'm going to be blessed too. You know, it's just, blessings in the room mean you got a chance to get blessed too. If you see your friend coming up angry, don't be a hater. Give them some love. Hey, man, I'm so happy for you. And don't be out after them. Don't try to start jocking them or nothing like that. Because, the person that gives out the blessings is not that person. The person who gives out the blessing is up there, and he's using everybody around here, And some days it might be a cup and a coin toss type of game, where they used to shift the cups around and put the coin underneath it. You never know where God is going to bless you or who he's going to use, So don't focus on the person, focus on the fact that, yeah, it's goodness in this world and it's blessings in this world. And you're going to be a part of it, as long as you stay in line, stay in your lane and stay at peace and be on your guard and try not to slip up and be too evil where, people got to be afraid of you or intimidated by you and all that. Don't get to the point where if you become a superstar, you don't even want to sign autographs. Some woman, she's a top influencer, and I won't mention no names, but she said something about, oh, a friend got a messy house or something like that. I won't even go in there. I'm like, well, goddamn, if you don't, excuse me, Lord, if you don't want to go in there, she's not really your friend, because from what I'm saying, you don't judge people by what kind of house they have or what they do behind closed doors, or if they dark or light, or they like up, they like what up to what, or they like men or women, or all that stuff is shallow. All that stuff means nothing. My mother used to say, don't let your judgment be cast on people because of their love life or what color their skin is or whatever. That's wrong. You shouldn't do that, because we are all bigger than our sex life. We are all bigger than our color of skin. Actually, this whole body is just a terrestrial body. You're not meant to be inside this terrestrial body before you die. You're going to realize that you can do greater things in this terrestrial body on a spiritual level. The spiritual reaching out is way more powerful than the physical things that you can do. And it's just like when you're sitting at home and one of your loved ones is going through some trials or tribulations. You don't pick up no cell phone. You don't have to text them. You don't have to call them. You know, nobody have to tell you. You don't have to read a paper or nothing else. Just all of a sudden you get that feeling in your head, in your heart, like, dang, something's wrong. And it's clear as day. You know, and then all of a sudden, you reach out to a person and you find out, oh yeah, I'm going through a little something over here. Oh, I just crossed the street and tripped and fell on the street and hurt my back or something, whatever it was. But that spiritual connection that you had was disrupted. You know, I heard they had an experiment one time where they told everybody, they gathered together like 10,000 people, and they told them to concentrate on something, right? I don't remember all the details of the experiment, but then they went to another part of the world, and they told these people to try to listen and see what the signal was from these other people. And do you know, there was no wires, there was no cell phones, there was no texting, no nothing, and just the spiritual body in tune with the mind and all that, that power that comes from like that meditating, just thinking on something hard enough. And they sent that message out, and all those other people, I think about 90% of them or something like that, received that message. No strings, no antennas, no nothing. So we don't have no idea about what we are really capable of doing, on a spiritual level. Matter of fact, I don't even think that most of our DNA has been mapped out completely. There's so much we know about the human uh, anatomical matter that is, you know, contained in that DNA. You know, we don't even have to talk about DNA. We could just talk about the brain. How we only use only a certain amount of our brain. I don't think God makes mistakes. I'm sure you agree with me. I don't think God makes mistakes. So if your DNA is not completely mapped out and your brain, you're only using a certain amount of your brain, I can even leave the body and talk about the earth, the the oceans, the seas, undiscovered, you know. How much of that territory underneath water are we really familiar with? Same thing with the body, same thing with the mind, same thing with the water, and then we can reach up into the space, and we can contemplate on the vastness of space, and we can come to the realization that there's a lot of things we don't know. As a matter of fact, they're still trying to figure out what dark matter consists of. And I'm sure any layman will tell you the most brilliant minds that there are in this world can't figure out what is dark matter or dark energy. You know, they're still working on that. They're still trying to figure out that. And I just wish that it was a little less hating going on, toward our society, not just black folks, but, Israelis, Palestinians having a war, then like Sly Stone said, I am no better and neither are you. We are the same, whatever we do. That's true. It's like, and when you do that, when you hate on these other ones that you think for some reason have a lesser being than you or less capable of thought than you. I mean, people are just going by what they're taught, what they have assumed over the years. There's been a lot of different studies about whether, we're, related to apes. I'm sure most people know about the Darwin evolutionary thesis about how we came to be and all that. But we have yet to find out about all these mysteries. And there are people in our society that will give us the answers. The question is, will we give them the opportunity? Will we give them a chance to grow unhindered? Will we allow them to receive our support, to nurture them, you know, to help them open doors? And it's not up to us to determine who these people are. I think only, I won't say just God, but I'll just say scientifically, it could be all of us, really. It just depends on, how much we learn over the course of the next century or two. And if we're going to be ignorant enough to, you know, turn our back on the possibilities that will, come from, wherever source it is that discovers it within themselves. It could be me, it could be the kid next door, you know, it could be some guy, some girl, you know, in an orphanage, like Simone Biles, waiting to get adopted, turning out to be, I know she's a gymnast, but we talking about the mind and all that other stuff. You don't know where our next gifts are coming from. But society is thirsty, we hungry, we need help. And if we can just do this together, I think we're gonna be in for some greatness. Believe that. And I'm not gonna stretch this live out. I just wanted to see if I can make my chat work, and then hopefully, when I do get my chat up and I start learning how to use it, I'm gonna go through this classes again. I don't want to seem like an idiot, but sometimes it just takes me a little longer to pick up all these technical things. I'm a baby boomer. I'm not from Generation X. So it's gonna take me a while, but once I do get it, I'll be able to communicate better on a better level. I'm still learning. Thank you for joining me. And once again, thank you for helping me break that 700. Woohoo! Yahoo! I so appreciate it. And please continue to watch. I'm putting out some new videos tonight. And I'm going to stay in touch with you. I'm going to watch you. If you like and subscribe me, you like my content, I'm coming. I'm liking, I'm subscribing, I'm watching your videos, I'm getting my comments, I'm sharing. That's what you need to do to help the village, the community, YouTube, bring everybody to the table, because everybody got something to offer. Somebody might be good at making macaroni and cheese. The other person might be good at making greens. There's a cornbread person over there. I ran into this guy. I swear his cuisine was amazing. This brother was amazing, but he hadn't gotten any technical training. He didn't go to the Cordon Bleu school or nothing. He was just bad. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Like goes back to what I was saying about the gifts. Everybody got a gift. Little kids like no bigger than frogs or whatever you call, just expert piano player, expert. He can play Bach, Beethoven. These people on the internet, you'll see them. You keep looking, you'll see them. Just prodigies. But the thing about your gift is somebody have to tell you to follow your dreams. Somebody have to tell you, you know what, you're not bad. Why don't you keep practicing? Somebody have to encourage you. So if you have kids, you get busy in the struggle. You get busy trying to feed them. It's more to life than just paying your bills. Turn around and pay attention to your kids. That's why I got to give a shout out to my little brother, Gilbert Earl Wainwright. He's on his One Love, United Coast to Coast parenting program. And if you see that on my Facebook, you need to follow that. Check that out. My brother's got a good idea for parenting. He raised, I think it was 5 kids he got. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5 kids. And all of them doing well. And if they catch this video, I see y'all out there. I love each and every one of you. They all people, I got a nurse in there somewhere, I'm so proud of my brother's kids. My son is out there somewhere. He's a master guitarist. You know, he could have put together a band, but you know, he's doing his thing. I'm not hating on him. You know, he was thinking about going into business. I think he decided he wanted to get I don't know what it is. I won't say marijuana distributor, but I don't know what he's up to really. But if you out there, son, check in. Uh, Everybody's like doing something, and we're all so independent. And you know, there are always haters. Some out there to say, you know, "Ah, you can't do that," or they don't want to stand by you, or they see you with something and they say, "Oh, that ain't no good," you know. They're just ready to put you down, don't like what you wear, don't like what you do, you know, and taking that same energy and giving you encouragement, you know, and possibly even benefiting off of that encouragement themselves. But it's like somebody got all this ammunition to shoot at you, and all they really doing is, you know, shooting themselves in the foot. Because I heard, I heard Judge Tolliver say, she heard Samuel L. Jackson say, she said the same ass that you kick today might be the one that you have to kiss tomorrow. So, and then another saying that don't burn your bridges. You know, try to be nice to everybody because you never know where your next meal might be coming from, or your next hand up or handshake or support. But in the interim, try to support each other. Try to love each other. Try not to be too self-critical. And always remember, no matter what your success, you didn't do it by yourself. You had help. Somebody got behind you. Somebody showed you some love. And don't get the big head, right? You know. And you gold diggers out there, oh, you're so lovely. I see so many beautiful girls out there. If you gold digging, try to do it for a reason. Take that money and put it into a college. You know, start your own business. Get into makeup. Sell clothes. You know, it ain't about always, you know, trying to get that money like that. Because remember, your body's a temple. You know, and you gotta respect it. You know. And if you're gonna make adjustments, and if you gotta, you know, go do what you gotta do, I'm not mad at you. I don't hate the players, and I don't hate the game. I'm a myself, you know. But I just say use your full potential. You know, God gave each and every one of us a gift. I heard Muhammad Ali say, "I'm happy, not because I'm a champion, but because I learned what my purpose was in life, and I used it." Find my full potential. And when God give you a gift and you finally find it, you'll know what it is, you know. And that gift is going to make your life happier, your life pleasant. And you're going to be able to give that gift out to the world. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to give it out to the world if you hard-headed and you get big. Okay, there go my subscribe sign. So I guess it's time for me to get off. Love you. Keep tuning in. Thank you for your support. I'm out.